thank you for spending some time with me today. In this video, we're going to be doing some media journaling in my Weeks Mega and decorating the cover of this little bullet journal for my favorite esports team. I've printed out some photos on sticker paper, but I need to cut them out. First, I cut everything with scissors. Then I used my guillotine cutter to trim the white space. I really enjoyed cutting the stickers down because it was a very repetitive and relaxing process. I made stickers for my media journal and match log, and then to fill the page up, I added some interior decor aesthetic photos, my channel logo, and a couple of trans pride flags to use in my daily journal. Even though my printer isn't the best quality and the colors are a bit off, I'm still pleased with how they turned out. Once I finished the stickers, I started to add them to my media journal, and before I go any further, there are spoilers ahead for Reborn Rich and RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 4, so be warned about that. As I mentioned in my media log setup video, I've never done media journaling before this, but I think doing it will help me remember more about what I watch. And I also just thought it would be fun since I love watching TV shows. I started with Reborn Rich, and like I predicted, my natural journaling instinct is just to write. There's a bit of open space left on this page since I'm still watching the show, so I decided to fill it with a poster of these three main characters, and I used gold craft cardstock for the background and added these Art Deco alphabet stickers for the title. On the next page, I ended up adding these stickers off camera, but they're in there. The next spread is for At a Distance Spring is Green, and I used the main poster and cut it down the middle to create a frame. I also used photos from the original soundtrack's album artworks. Then I copied down the song lyrics to one of my favorite OST songs from the show, which was sung by the main actor Park Ji-hoon. I definitely made mistakes writing it because my Korean is not that great. I'm still learning at a beginner level, and I accidentally skipped a line of lyrics completely, but I try my best to embrace mistakes in creative journaling, thinking that the mistakes enhance the overall look rather than detract from it. Once I finished adding the frame around the lyrics, I added some of the other photos, and it took me a long time to decide on the placement. That's just kind of how I am with stickers. I'm very indecisive, and after I stuck the stickers down, I didn't really know what to write yet. I wanted more time to think about it, so I just moved on to the next spread, and I came back and filled the rest in later. And the third and final spread for this book is RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 4's finale, and I've got photos of all 4 final queens and also one extra photo because this outfit is probably one of my favorite outfits to ever be on a RuPaul's Drag Race show. I just love it so much, and I really enjoyed this finale. I enjoyed the whole season, and I knew I really wanted to do a spread, especially for this finale. So I just ended up fussy cutting around 2 of the photos because everything was just so blocky, and I split one photo in half to fill out the spread. And here's where I really messed up. I forgot that I was working with stickers. I made stickers. I made stickers. But yeah, I ended up adding double-sided tape and sticking them down with double-sided tape, so then I had to go back and remove all the double-sided tape because if I just left them as is, I feel like it would be way too bulky. I mean, I'm expecting this book to get bulky over time. I'm not afraid of that in this journal at all. I'm fully ready for it to be super chunky at the end. I'm not worried about it, but it just felt really silly to me to keep the double-sided tape on when I could just stick the stickers down. So after I finished fixing that and adding the rest of the stickers in, I pulled out these really cute deco stickers that I got from KCON in the summer. I honestly thought that I was going to use even more of these stickers, but It turns out that the spread really didn't need that much once I added all of the queens' names and some quotes. But yeah, again, this process was super fun to me, sticking the small stickers, whereas sticking the main stickers of the queens was more difficult. That's where I like have a lot of indecisiveness about like the layout of the page, but these small stickers are like no big deal. I just stick them down. I don't really think too much about it. I replaced some of them, but thankfully they were really easy to peel up when that happened. After adding a few stickers, I went in with a pencil and wrote out some quotes and also put the like name titles for each of the queens, and then I went over that with a brush pen. My original thought was I was going to go over that waterproof pen with this brush pen and Distress Oxide ink, but I ended up just kind of outlining it and creating this highlight area in the center, and I really love how it turned out. I'm glad that I didn't do my original thought because I just like this a lot better. I think it just breaks the page up really well. And I went back in and added a bunch more stickers. I really had fun with this, and then I came back in with the brush pen and just added a little bit more to fill the space. And I really like how it turned out. It's like some areas it's more subtle, and that's totally fine because there's kind of a lot going on already. But overall, I really like the colors, I really like the composition, and even though my hand lettering is not the best, I still really love how it turned out. I'm so glad that I used pencil first for everything because it would have been a mess had I not, because I made a lot of mistakes with the pencil. But thankfully everything turned out really cute in the end, and this ended up being my favorite spread by far. I love writing, and I'm gonna love to reread what I wrote about the other shows, but there's something just so joyful about this page. I think it expresses the joy that I felt watching the show without me having to like say it in words. So once I finished that, I went back to the At a Distance Spring is Green spread, and I filled in just kind of some of my thoughts about the show, like what I really like about it. This was not my first time seeing the show. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times already, and I keep coming back to it. I love it. I find it like really comforting. I just think it's a really great story. So I just wrote about the things that I like about it, and I ended up using another quote from my favorite OST. I really don't like how the bottom of the spread turned out, but you know what? It's okay. Overall, it's really cute, and I'm happy with it. So this is how it's going. This is how my media journaling journey is going right now, and I'm totally okay with everything being really disjointed and every page looking different. Like, that's the fun in creative journaling for me. Okay, so once I was done with my media log, I moved on to my little Kokuyo campus notebook, and this is my match log for the upcoming season for the LCK, and specifically my favorite team, Gen.G. And I've already started the match log, but I've only penciled things in because some teams are making some last minute changes, and I don't want to have things written in pen that I can't erase yet, so I'm just gonna wait on that. But I did print out the match schedule specifically for my team, and I put that in, and then below that in the pencil is like the full schedule for the entire league. Then I used this video game controller themed washi tape to cover up the sponsorship logos because I just don't want to see that in my journal. Like, it's cool, but like, no. And then my initial intention with printing these photos out was to decorate like the opening day, like opening match page, like in that spread, but I ended up putting these stickers on the cover, and unfortunately, all of the footage of me sticking these on was like super blurry and you couldn't see anything, so I just cut that out. But I left a space for the full team photo since there's only 3 of the team members in these photos. But yeah, once I did that, that was done. And then This was like a last minute, this was not planned, but I received this sticker in the mail the day that I was filming, and I wanted to put this in my Hobonichi Cousin because it just deserved to be there. I haven't really done that much decorating inside of my cousin yet. I've been wanting to decorate this page, so these were just like things that I want represented on my cover page for the year, like going in to the year with love for myself, for others, and starting this new journey with my YouTube channel. So I put my YouTube channel logo on there, and in this front pocket I have the rest of the photos that I will probably use just in my journal, like in my daily journal. But that's all I've done for today. Thank you for watching, and an extra big thank you to all of my subscribers. I still can't believe that I have any subscribers, but thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I just really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!